while apathy is involuntary. Compare calm, rest, stupor. Antonyms: agitation, alarm, anxiety, care, distress, disturbance, eagerness, emotion, excitement, feeling, frenzy, fury, passion, sensibility, sensitiveness, storm, susceptibility, sympathy, turbulence, vehemence, violence. Prepositions: the apathy of monastic life, apathy toward good. Apiece. Synonyms: distributively, each, individually, separately, severally. There is no discernible difference in sense between so much apiece and so much each. The former is the more common and popular, the latter the more elegant expression. Distributively is generally used of numbers and abstract relations. Individually emphasizes the independence of the individuals. Separately and severally still more emphatically hold them apart. The signers of a note may become jointly and severally responsible, that is, each liable for the entire amount, as if he had signed it alone. Witnesses are often brought separately into court, in order that no one may be influenced by the testimony of another. If a company of laborers demand $1 apiece, that is a demand that each shall receive that sum. If they individually demand $1, each individual makes the demand. Antonyms: accumulatively, collectively, confusedly, en masse, indiscriminately, synthetically, together, unitedly. Apology. Synonyms: acknowledgment, confession, defense, exculpation, excuse, justification, plea, vindication. All these words express one's answer to a charge of wrong or error that is or might be made. Apology has undergone a remarkable change from its old sense of a valiant defense, as in Justin Martyr's Apologies for the Christian Faith, to its present meaning of humble confession and concession. He who offers an apology admits himself, at least technically and seemingly, in the wrong. An apology is for what one has done or left undone. An excuse may be for what one proposes to do or leave undone as well, as, one sends beforehand his excuse for not accepting an invitation. If he should fail either to be present or to excuse himself, an apology would be in order. An excuse for a fault is an attempt at partial justification, as one alleges haste as an excuse for carelessness. Confession is a full acknowledgment of wrong, generally of a grave wrong, with or without apology or excuse. Plea ranges in sense from a prayer for favor or pardon to an attempt at full vindication. Defense, exculpation, justification, and vindication are more properly antonyms than synonyms of apology in its modern sense, and should be so given, but for their connection with its historic usage. Compare confess, defense. Antonyms: accusation, censure, charge, complaint, condemnation, imputation, injury, insult, offense, wrong. Prepositions: an apology to the guest for the oversight would be fitting. Apparent. Synonyms: likely, presumable, probable, seeming. The apparent is that which appears. The word has two contrasted senses, either of that which is manifest, visible, certain, or of that which merely seems to be and may be very different from what is, as the apparent motion of the sun around the earth. Apparent kindness casts a doubt on the reality of the kindness. Apparent neglect implies that more care and pains may have been bestowed than we are aware of. Presumable implies that a thing may be reasonably supposed beforehand without any full knowledge of the facts. Probable implies that we know facts enough to make us moderately confident of it. Seeming expresses great doubt of the reality. Seeming innocence comes very near in meaning to probable guilt. Apparent indicates less assurance than probable, and more than seeming. A man's probable intent we believe will prove to be his real intent. His seeming intent we believe to be a sham. His apparent intent may be the true one, though we have not yet evidence on which to pronounce with certainty or even with confidence. Likely is a word with a wide range of usage, but always implying the belief that the thing is or will be true. It is often used with the infinitive, as the other words of this list cannot be; as, it is likely to happen. Compare EVIDENT. Antonyms: doubtful, dubious, improbable, unimaginable, unlikely. Prepositions: when apparent is used in the sense of evident. His guilt is apparent in every act to all observers. APPEAR. Synonyms: have the appearance or semblance, look, seem. Appear and look refer to what manifests itself to the senses, to a semblance or probability presented directly to the mind. Seem applies to what is manifest to the mind on reflection. It suddenly appears to me there is smoke in the distance; as I watch, it looks like a fire; from my knowledge of the locality and observation of particulars, it seems to me a farmhouse must be burning. Antonyms: be certain, real or true, be the fact, exist. Prepositions: appear at the front, among the first, on or upon the surface, to the eye, in evidence, in print, from reports, near the harbour, before the public, in appropriate dress, with the insignia of his rank, above the clouds, below the surface, under the lee, over the sea, through the mist, appear for, in behalf of, or against one in court. Section 8.